Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got a drugstore makeup and beauty haul for you. Usually I do collective hauls, but I've got so much stuff going on at the minute for my holiday, up and coming holiday, that I decided to do my clothing and my beauty separate. And there's also another little reason behind that, but I can't really talk about it because I haven't 100% decided. I'm still getting up the courage to see if I'm going to do it, and if I am, if I do it, you'll fully understand why the clothing and the makeup have been done separate, or clothing and beauty rather. So let's make a start. Most of the makeup is from Makeup Revolution, which is one of my absolute favourite brands for powder shadows, and I did get a few lip products from them, and I must say, every time I get a lip product from them, almost every single time I'm disappointed. So I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anyone if you love Makeup Revolution. I love them too, but I'll get into the haul and then you'll see what I mean. So the first product I'm going to show you is this illuminator. It's one of their newer products. They also do like a highlight and contour version, which is split in half. I have enough contour things, in fact I have enough highlight things, but this is the one I actually wanted. I heard somebody say they thought it might be a dupe for Jaclyn Hill's collaboration of Champagne Pop, the highlighter she did with Becca. I'm not sure about that because I don't own that, but it's a beautiful champagne colour. So I have put a little bit, so soft and silky. Look at that. Not at all like, for example, the Makeup Academy ones, which are very similar in price, and I'll just show you the pigmentation on that. I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. You can see that. I hope the lighting does it justice. I shall try not to do my swatches in such a ridiculous place. I have actually got a little bit on of this today, but I've had my makeup on all day, so I'll just touch it up a little bit. So yeah, it's just an absolutely stunning formula. It just feels so soft and creamy and buttery and smooth. It's really nice. Yeah, but I think it was about £4. Let me just see if I've got the prices here. Yes, I've kept the prices for you. So the highlighter I got, Pro Illuminate, was £4. I got free shipping because I ordered everything off their website, most things off their website. I ordered them together and I got free shipping because I spent over £30. So even though I already have plenty of highlighters, in case it means anything, if you're considering buying this, I'm really glad that I got it, and I certainly get a lot of use out of that. So moving on to the next product I got, it was this I Heart Chocolate Pink Fizz palette. Now the only one that I have at the moment is the white chocolate one, which literally is one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes of all time. The reason I didn't buy the original one, which was sort of like the milk chocolate one, is just because it's a dupe of the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, which I already own. If I hadn't already owned the Too Faced one, then I would have bought the Makeup Revolution one, but I already owned it. So the Pink Fizz palette I've had my eye on for a while. I decided I wanted to collect these chocolate bar palettes from them, so I now have them all, except for the milk one. And although I'm not a big advocate of buying makeup for the sake of collecting it as opposed to using it and wearing it, I will use and wear them at the end of the day, and I just had to make an exception because they're just so gorgeous. I just really wanted the full set. So it does come with one of those makeup sponge tip applicators, which I never use, and to be honest, it's a bit disappointing, just ever so slightly, not hugely, you know, because at the end of the day it's only £7.99 for the palette, so what, you know, for the quality of eyeshadows and the packaging, you can't keep expecting them to keep the same price if you're going to ask them for more and more. But in a lot of their palettes they do an actual brush, which is fantastic. So it is a bit disappointed they decided in the chocolate bar palettes to keep the sponge tip applicator, but you know, I've got plenty of brushes, so it doesn't bother me. All of the shades have a name on them on a film, which I massively appreciate, even though I do generally lose them. A nice sturdy mirror, and let's just smell it. Okay, so the other sort of smell of the thing that they're supposed to be, to me, I don't know what that smells of. It sort of just smells of a chemical, to be honest. I don't find that the most pleasant smell in the world. Again, I'm not complaining because I love, love, love the look of this palette. I'll just show it you. So those are all the shades there, except, like I say, I'm not over the moon about that scent. But the white chocolate one smells absolutely gorgeous. So we've got a nice matte highlight colour here. This is not necessarily a highlight colour, it's quite a pink colour. I would wear that all over the lid though. On camera, compared to the blue that it's sitting next to, it does look a highlight colour, but actually that, I'd say that was more rosy and darker than this pink on this side here, which was lighter and more highlighty. So yeah, the thing that made me and ah about whether or not to purchase this palette was just because I have a hooded eye, so I always use a matte shadow in my crease to recede sort of the puffiness of my hood, and this palette only has 2 matte shadows. In the end I decided to get it because I do have their Ultra Matte 32 matte eyeshadow palette, which is basically a palette of 32 shades, a majority of them transitional shades and crease colours. So for that reason, you know, I'm sure I'll be absolutely fine to have enough mattes. So yeah, I'm just swatch a couple for you now, but I'm actually just going to not swatch them all because this video would be far too long, just because I have got quite a few palettes to show you. So that's the blue colour there, and I'll try and find a sensible place to swatch it. There you go. And I'm just going to swatch this colour here because it's very unique. It's like a sort of turquoise, really, like a turquoise silver. There you go. See if I can get a good position for that. I'm going to not hark on about it too much because all the palettes I'm going to show you Makeup Revolution, but if you've got the palettes, if you've got some of their shadows, you'll already know this, and if you haven't, you need to. And I'll tell you that the pigmentation, not just for the price, but the pigmentation full stop, is insane. The quality of the shadows is insane. It's not like I don't have anything to compare it to. I do have, like I say, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I have the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I also have, recently had some Japanese eyeshadows. I bought some Makeup Geek, which I had shipped from the US before it was available in the UK. So I do have something to compare it to. Makeup Revolution are amazing. Let me just swatch this dark matte brown for you. So I'll show you on the finger there. There we go. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I can't wait to play with it. I'm gonna have to, I know you're all probably holding your breath for this gold, so I shall swatch this gold just for you. There it is. Everyone likes to see a nice gold eyeshadow swatch. So that's that there. It's difficult to see with the lights in my eyes how that's actually going to pick up on camera. It's hard to tell until you play it back. So the colours that I've swatched is France, just here, Celebrate, Pop and Party. So yeah, that's the Makeup Revolution Pink Fizz. Let's check it. Yeah, Pink, I Heart Chocolate Pink Fizz. And this one doesn't show you the shades on the back, which I'm fine with because it shows you that beautiful chocolate, pink chocolate blocks. And if you look from the front, you can see it's giving that sort of melted chocolate effect. I love it. I know it's gimmicky, I don't care. Sometimes I hate gimmicky stuff, but in this case it's just right up my alley. I absolutely love the whole concept of it. Maybe because I love chocolate. So next I'm going to show you the I Heart Makeup I Heart Chocolate Salted Caramel. So if you don't already know, that I Heart or I Love makeup is sort of like, it's not a derivative of Makeup Revolution, because Freedom, for example, is the same company as Makeup Revolution but a different, sort of marketed as a different makeup brand. And I Heart Makeup or I Love Makeup, depending how you interpret that, is just a section within the Makeup Revolution website. So for example, whereas Maybelline have sort of eye studio within Maybelline, like that if you would imagine. So the salted caramel chocolate bar looks like that. The packaging for, in this case, does have the shades on the back, which is lovely. To be honest, it makes no odds to me because I do chuck the packaging away. I'm not that sort of collector where it's like, oh no, I have to keep it in the packaging. I just feel like that's one extra step to remove when you want to wear the shadows, and I don't get them just to collect them. I like to own them as a set, but I would only buy something that I'm actually going to use, and I will use it and I will enjoy it. So yeah, I've got this one to show you next. Now again, exactly the same, melted sort of chocolate and chocolate bar top design, sheet of names on a film, nice sturdy mirror, and I'll just show you the shades. Oh, dropped the applicator. So the applicator was exactly the same. It's a sponge tip, but it's black rather than white, and that's lovely. Okay, much more pleasant than the pink one. That smells exactly as I would expect salted caramel to smell like, and I do like salted caramel and I have had my fair share of it. So yeah, one of the reasons I absolutely wanted to get this particular palette was for this particular shade right here, which is called Sweet. And I think this is supposed to be a dupe of the Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette. Too Faced, I think the pink one was supposed to be a dupe of the Bonbons palette, so sorry I forgot to mention that. This is a dupe of the Semi-Sweet version, and I don't own either of those. After Makeup Revolutions, I saw their milk chocolate compared to the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I decided that I wasn't going to buy any more of the Too Faced ones. I was only going to buy these, which I'm still stand by that decision. It was that shade I wanted this palette, but also it's because it's actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matte shades in this palette, which is a hooded eye girl's dream. They're not too dark shades either. Just a lovely, lovely mixture. I can't wait to play with that. It's not 100% yet, but I'm probably going to be doing a collab video with a fellow YouTube colleague and friend on YouTube. I won't say who for now because, you know, we haven't 100% finalised details yet, but I'm probably going to do a get ready with me or tutorial with this palette with my friend. So the shades I'm just going to swatch for you. I'm going to go for the Sweet, just because this is the one I couldn't wait to get my finger in. Now I wish I could do this swatch actually before I'd applied my fake tan. I think it would have more of an effect. It's just one of those shades, it doesn't look anything special, like I suppose in a swatch, but in the crease this is going to go with so many different eye looks. I just can't wait. I'm going to stick my finger in the black, matte black, because I think I might have accidentally done that by accident. So I'll just stick that next to the shade called Sweet. Look at the pigmentation on that. Obviously it starts to blend out as you drag down, but I've still got so much on my finger. So that one was called Tempt, and the only thing I've heard bad about is this shade here, which is a bit of a dud in the sense that I've been told it's more like a topper than anything else. It's called Cake in this palette, and it's just sort of got, I've been told it doesn't have any pigmentation to it, which to be honest I got told was deliberate because it's true to the original palette, because Too Faced had that criticism on their palette as well. I'm going to swatch this blue shade for you next, which is called Crunch. So I'm just going to pick probably just a few from each palette, and let me know in the comments if you want a complete swatch video on all of the shades. There you go there, that's that one. And the last shade I'm going to swatch, what interests me. I'll give you another shimmer. This shade here I think stands out quite a lot to me. It's very interesting. Probably picking up quite green on camera because of my top, affecting the colours. That's called Fudge, and let's pick some of that up for you. Okay, so not too bad placement of the swatch there this time, Kelly. Okay, so love the smell of that one, love the look of it, love the shades. Just cannot wait to play with that one. That's one of those ones where if you stick your finger in it and swatch it, it's hard to get excited about it that way, because you can tell, especially with 7 mattes, that it's going to be in the actual using where the magic happens with that sort of a palette, I think. Next I'm going to show you the lipsticks I got from Makeup Revolution. Let's mix it up a bit. So first is the one I've got on my lips right now. It came with like a film around the lipstick, which I've removed. And I've got just something to say about this. I already own a couple of the shades from this Iconic Pro sort of Makeup Revolution range. And that's why I got them so much, because although, I'm just getting you the shades, although I am not, although I'm not in love with Makeup Revolution lip products, and I have been a bit disappointed with most of the ones I've bought, and I've sort of promised myself I wouldn't buy any more lip products from them. At the same time, I then bought these 3 Iconic Pro shades from their Iconic Pro lipstick range, and I absolutely do love them, really love them, but all 3 of these ones I bought were matte. So I wanted to try the non-matte formula version for the same lipsticks, but B, I saw my friend and fellow YouTube colleague Vinny from Little Miss Style Guru. She wore this shade and it looks amazing on her. Especially on her, you know, she's got like dark black hair and sort of snow white skin, and the shade just looked lovely on her, and I just wanted to give it a go myself. So I've got it on today, and I've got to say, if you are attracted to try the cream versions because you've tried the matte, don't expect the quality to be the same, because it's not, unfortunately. It's a beautiful shade, and I do love the lipstick, and I'll show it you in a swatch there, but they're not as opaque as I would like. You know, I don't expect them to be boom like a matte would be, and they're not sort of greasy, they don't slide all over your face, they're fairly moisturising. What can I say, when you're wearing the mattes you don't know you're wearing a lipstick that's cost £2.50. When you're wearing this one you do, so that's a shame. I'm one of those girls where I like affordable makeup but I don't like cheap makeup, and there is a difference. So yeah, the shade though is just gorgeous. It's like nothing else that I own. It's like a rosy brown. At the moment I find myself attracted to shades, buying them and thinking, well, I'm attracted to them because I'm attracted to that sort of shade and I have been before, which means it's very similar to ones I've got, which is the case with this next lipstick from the same range. Now, the thing I wanted to tell you about this one, which is called Looking Ahead, so I probably haven't told you what it's called yet. Looking Ahead. The thing I haven't told, the thing about this is it's exactly the same packaging as the matte ones I've bought, and it doesn't say on either the quantity you get, but if you look at the size of the bullet, it seems like you get less product. It's a lot more, it's actually more slender. Please tell me if you think that's just me. I'm absolutely convinced that that is more slender than the other one. Yeah, it definitely is. It's just smaller. I don't know whether it's fractionally longer or you just get less product, but it's smaller. The packaging is nice, you know, it doesn't feel too cheap. I like the sort of rose gold effect there. The cap when it's off does feel cheap, but the rest of it doesn't. I like the fact that the colour is right there, so although the sticker covers it, you can see the ring with the colour around there. It doesn't screw off like some brands do, and you can use a lip brush to get it out, so bear that in mind, but it does give you a nice indication of what you're going to put on your face. This one, although I ordered them both at the same time, is actually in a box, so I don't know if it's sort of, they're changing their packaging, maybe this is a newer one, I don't know, but it's exactly the same lipstick, but one came in sort of a cellophane wrapper and the other in the box. So these all came in a wrapper as well, so it's the first time I've had one in a little box, so it is cute, but as I say, I don't keep my packaging. And this one is called Make It in the City, and my understanding is that this is a dupe of MAC's Girl About Town. I don't own the original, but I absolutely love this shade. They all smell similar, by the way, the matte ones to these, slightly vanilla. I'll swatch this next to the first shade. Yeah, that took quite a bit of building up, and it is quite a sheer wash of colour. So this I've actually got over a liner just to give it a bit more opacity today. Yeah, that is quite sheer, but beautiful. That will be lovely in the summer. It is very similar in shade to the shade I call my signature colour, which is, I'm not sure you can even get any more. It's Kate 02, so Kate Moss's collection with Rimmel, and it's 02, and as you can see, that's a well-loved colour. Yeah, 02 is actually it's the same, very, very similar colour, just a bit darker actually, but I'm not sure how much darker it would be if this one actually had the opacity this one does. This one is very opaque. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel every time, I just feel like I like the mattes, and these colours are unique, but I just love to have this looking ahead colour in like a Maybelline or Rimmel lipstick formula, which are the ones that I much prefer from the drugstore. So yeah, I hope that's really helpful. We're 20 minutes in and I'm nowhere near done, but I hope the information I'm giving you is helpful. The next palette I'm going to show you is another chocolate bar palette. It's the last chocolate bar palette I'm going to show you, but it's not a dupe because actually Too Faced haven't quite done one of these yet, so up your game, Too Faced, because Makeup Revolution are overtaking you. This is the Death by Chocolate palette, which is the dark version. Now I've actually got this on my eyes today, so I can give you a little bit of feedback regarding the formula. It wears nicely. I've had it on for hours. I've got no creasing. I don't have fading. Makeup Revolution eyeshadows on me last. I agree with something, I think it was Vinny, I agree with something I heard on YouTube, I believe it was Vinny saying people are going, oh yeah, the colours might be the same, but the high-end products last longer. No, they don't. Vinny said no, they don't. I'm pretty sure it was her, and I would 100% agree with that. Exactly the same sort of dark chocolate packaging here. The shades are on the back, but I throw that away. The film is there with the names, and the palette looks like this, and it has the black sponge tip applicator in it. The shades I have on my eyes today is I put first of all this lightest matte colour in my crease, which is called Lick Me. Then I put a mixture of Devour Me and Break Me Up, which are the two darker matte shades here. I put those through the crease as well just to give it more definition. In the outer corner I used this purple shimmery shade called Love You to Death, and then I thought which would really complement that on the lid would be Consume Me, which I thought was a lot lighter, because in the pan they both look lighter. When you put Consume Me on the eye, it actually shows up darker than it does in the pan, so you couldn't really see a clear definition between the outer corner and what was on the lid, because actually they're almost equally as dark. This is only a fractionally darker in shade than that colour there, and so for that reason I took a tad bit of Set Me Free, which is that shade there, and I popped it in the centre of the lid just so you had a bit of dimension to the eye. I also put that in the inner corner here. I put a tiny bit on the brow bone, but mainly I put this matte highlight colour on the brow bone, which is called White Light. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It does smell like dark chocolate, so bang on the money again. I'm just going to swatch a few of these shades I haven't yet used. So again, everybody on YouTube and their auntie and uncle and next door neighbour's dog wants the gold swatch, so I'll swatch the gold colour there for you. I mean, look, just look at that, look. That is called Fool's Gold. And then I'm going to go underneath and swatch dipped. Okay, There's Dipped. I'm gonna also swatch the lovely cool tone sort of pewtery silver colour next to Dipped, which is called Tease Me. There we go. And actually I will give you a swatch of the lovely purple shade that I put in my outer corner today because it's so beautiful, and that is called Love You to Death. There you go. So they're just all $7.99 if I didn't already say. So yes, I'm just so happy that I have them. I ordered the caramel one from the Superdrugs website, click and collect in store, because Makeup Revolution have sold out on those online, but I did contact them and ask them when they'd be back in stock, and they said beginning of February, which by the time you watch this video that'll be been and gone, so they might have sold out of it again. But it just goes to show though, because that was when I contacted them, they said it would be back in stock, sort of the date they gave me was 1 to 2 weeks from the date I contacted them. So hopefully if they carry on with that trend, it will mean that their products are coming back into stock quickly. I've put my sleeve down, but actually I'm not finished a swatch fest. I'm going to show you this, which is a blush palette by Makeup Revolution. I don't own all of them because I don't own the cream one, which I don't want to own. I do own Hot Spice, which is on offer at the minute for I think £4, which is an absolute bargain because I love that blush palette. And I own the Sugar and Spice, which is the more pinker one, and this is Golden Sugar. Oh, owning the other two palettes as I do, and owning the bronzer palette and the contour palette from Makeup Revolution, and also the highlight palette, I really didn't see the point in picking this up. And I'm absolutely annoyed with myself now I have it, of why I waited for so long. This is different and it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's their Golden Sugar blush palette. It comes with the same mirror, cellophane on the top. There's no shade names, and I've not got the cellophane because it fell out in the bathroom and I threw it in the bin. These are going to be difficult really for you to see on camera, but I'll just do my best explaining. This is, first shade is a Baked Marbled Effect highlighter. Look at that baby. And the one underneath it is more of a sort of champagne-y satin finish as opposed to anything too highlighty. So it's very similar to my skin tone, and you won't really see it, to be honest. This next one along is like a pink sort of shade. It's definitely a lovely blush for you fair skinned ladies. I'm very fair as well, but I just have some fake tan on at the minute. They're not coming up too well on camera, so I'm just going to show you that this next shade along, which is more is marbled and baked again, and more of like a rosy colour I've got on my cheeks today as a blush. These two colours here you could absolutely use as eyeshadows. They are absolutely gorgeous, really really gorgeous. Let me just get them and do the... I've actually seen swatches of this palette online before, and that's why it took me so long to get them, because I thought, well, that's nothing special, look at those two. I've got to tell you, I've never had a product so beautiful be given so little justice from swatches, from videos I've seen. I thought, no, I'm going to be the one to do it justice, and I've just tried, and you just can't. You've got to see it for yourself. For £6, just get it. If you're thinking about get it and you think you might use these shades, get it. It's just gorgeous. This looks like it's almost matte, almost, not quite, but almost matte. This is like a lovely goldy yellowy colour. It's just, oh gosh, I just wish I could hand it through the screen for you to look at yourself and feel. The baked marbled sort of products that they do are not as buttery and creamy as their standard quality, as what I'm used to from them. They're not my favourite sort of a texture. I do prefer the ones that aren't like that. I think they're more to look pretty, but when you put your finger in, they're a bit drier. They're quite a bit drier, but still, I mean, these blew me away by how creamy and pigmented and soft and smooth they were. So yes, absolutely loving that. That was everything I got from Makeup Revolution. The video's now 30 minutes long, but I am going to quickly show you the rest of the bits I got from Superdrug. So I put an order in to get the salted caramel product, and I got 2 of my oh, these were from Boots. Sorry, I had Boots and Superdrug in here. 2 of my curly hair mousses from Boots. They're usually on offer for £2 for £2. That's how much I paid for those. And from Superdrug I picked up my 48-hour Sure Cotton Dry Holy Grail Ride or Die deodorant. I wanted to try this, which is a new product. It's the Runway Collection Make Waves High Def Wave / Curls Define and Memorize Waves Shape and Memorize Cream. My Tresemme, loads of writing on that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm not sure if I can say about all its claims, because it's supposed to be where you curl your hair, and then it will still memorise where you put the curls for the following day and stuff. My hair's naturally curly, but it's a curl cream, so I wanted to try it. My Holy Grail hair dye, you've seen it all before, I'm not going to go into detail. 4.62 Dark Garnet Garnier Olia. I've also got 2 nail varnishes, both a Barry M, which is probably my, let's just say it, let's get it out there, my favourite Highstreet nail polish brand, and because I only use Highstreet nail polishes, I guess it's my favourite brand, full stop. So I really wanted these 2 colours, which I think complement each other very well. I've got one of them on my fingernails today. I think they'd look beautiful together. I have already tried this one as well. So I've got a Vintage Violet here, and also Ballerina. So I just think they're lovely and they'll be nice. This is nice for sort of transition to spring, and this would be lovely for spring. So yeah, really digging those. And let's have a look in the bag of mystery. From Boots I also just picked up an SPF 15 Original Lip Salve. It's the one I like to have in my car because it's just quick and easy to slap on. I did have a pink one in strawberry, but my 3-year-old stole it. And from eBay, lastly, I'll just mention this jojoba oil, pure oil 100%. I bought it because I thought it would be great for my hair. It's $4.99. I have tried it. I'm going to get back to you on the whole is it good, is it not thing. Today's just a haul. That's everything. If you've made it to the end of the video this far, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found what I've said helpful. If you did find anything I said entertaining or useful or helpful, or you enjoyed the video in any way, or you just want to support me, then give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much to everyone already subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. You'll get notified when my videos come up. If you don't want to watch them, you don't have to, and you just don't. And if you do want to watch them, then you know that they're there because you've been told about them. So it was really lovely to do the haul. I'm enjoying myself, enjoying my channel, love what I do, and I hope you love it too. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.